Reflections on a Radical Plot is an ecological process-based project. This project focuses specifically on a small area of ground on the margin of the front lawn of IMMA. This plot of wild plants, that some may call weeds, is the site of the artwork Crocosmia X. This artwork is an outcome of a participatory project that I initiated in 2018 in partnership with Sporassi, a non-government organisation for survivors of torture who are asylum seekers and migrants. While gardening, we found a corm of the Crocosmia X crocosmiflora. This plant, more commonly known as Mombretia, is found along hedgerows, particularly in the west of Ireland. Although many assume this to be a native wildflower, it is in fact a hybrid originally from South Africa. This beautiful wildflower offered a positive symbol for the group who had themselves been uprooted and forced to leave their homeland and create a new life for themselves in a foreign land. We believed these vibrant orange flowers that flourish in Ireland offered a new metaphor for diversity, questioning received notions of what is native and what is foreign, and championing a conception of community that is centred on relations formed across categories of nation, race and culture. Crocosmia X extended out to the wider community with workshops in local schools and by exchanging our poems for plants with gardeners all over Ireland, collecting specimens of these plants from large garden estates, rural farms, suburban gardens and inner city yards. With incredible support from Janice Hock, Residency Coordinator, and with the generous spirit of Mary Condon, Head Gardener at the RHK IMMA, and her team, we developed the work growing and nurturing specimens of Crocosmia X here in the nursery at the RHK. The significance of having access to the nursery had an immense impact on the project. This beautiful space that we were welcome to use became our place. The project spoke about ideas of inclusion and belonging. Being together in the nursery here at the RHK IMMA made these ideas palpable. Now, having the studio here in IMMA has allowed me to re-engage with Crocosmia X, giving me time to observe and reflect on what we did not foresee, the quiet evolution of this artwork. Through the natural process of self-seeding and seed dispersal, this small plot where we planted Crocosmia X crocosmiflora in 2018 is now home to a diverse range of plant species. These include nettle, forget-me-not, primrose, herb robert, plantain, nippleworth, prickly sow thistle, common thistle, opium poppy, wild violet, western willow herb, white goosefoot, to name but a few. This small plot reaffirms that diversity is the natural state of being. Reflections on a Radical Plot considers the value of these weeds as a resource and ecosystem. I've been working with Sandra Murphy here in IMMA and Charlotte Salter Townsend, botanist at the National Botanical Gardens, identifying these distinct species of plants and archiving them using an ecological printing process. This process draws out the plant's natural dye that is transferred or saddened onto paper. This process differs from conventional forms of archiving plants, for example illustration, that is determined by the technical skill of the artist. This process is not reliant on technical expertise, but on the composition of the plant itself. Unlike other forms of printmaking, results are unpredictable. For me, the experimental and unpredictable nature of process is exciting. As Charlotte and I were discussing, it has a poetic quality in that it acknowledges nature as potent and how living things still tend to defy our definitions. Although we have developed classification systems, this ecological form of archiving acknowledges that being is a process and is not static.